Hi. So last week I encouraged everyone to make posts about their hopes and fears for the future. And having done so, I sat down and started thinking about my own hopes and fears. And I realized that it's a topic which I don't give very much thought in my everyday life. So I sat down more and I thought more. And what I want to give you is a short story or an event which took place this year, which I think really highlights at least some of the hopes and fears I have for the future. So, what happened was that I came back from Jerusalem in June, right about when Tirana Fellowship was about to start. And I was kind of trying to get back into an everyday sense of living. And then my boyfriend got a letter from Paris saying that he'd been accepted to a university here where he would be studying for the next 2 years. And basically faced with the decision of either staying in Copenhagen, continuing my life, but saying goodbye to Simon, or going with him, really made me panic. And the reason for this, I think, is very much says something about my hopes, but also my fears of the future. Because what made me panic was not so much the idea of having to move abroad. I'd just done that. But the thought of having to move because of another person, not because I was going somewhere else where a university was awaiting me, where a job was awaiting me, really set me into a frenzy. And I almost didn't go because I felt that by doing so, I risked repeating what the mistakes that women throughout the last many centuries have been doing, which is to follow their husbands or companions and giving up their own ambitions. But eventually, I felt so sure of myself that I believed that I would be able to kind of get my own life going here, and I decided to move. And basically, I've been living here for the last 2.5 months, writing my thesis. That was one of the lucky things that was what I was going to do this semester. And since libraries in Denmark and France are pretty much the same, it doesn't really matter that much where you are. But the reason I gave you this example was because this was really something that made me aware of the things that I want to do in the future, which is to basically continue doing the things that makes me happy and which I'm passionate about. And the things that make me scared, which is the thought of giving them up and kind of becoming less of a person. What this story also makes me think about is some of my hopes. Obviously, one of my hopes is that even though my boyfriend and I are extremely ambitious, both of us will still be able to be together by choosing to be together. But it is definitely one of the challenges which people that travel a lot choose to move around. One of the challenges and also sometimes sacrifices that they have to make, giving up some of the people that are close to them. Which brings me to another fear, also a hope actually. It says something about a hope as well. Because one thing is what you get when you move abroad, another thing is what you leave behind. And I have a very strong sense that even though I love being here, I have left my friends behind, I've left my family behind. And one of the things that I really hope is possible is to maintain a sense of being close to these people despite the geographical longevity, and to remain close mentally. This brings me to the last thing that I think this experience kind of aroused in me, which is a sense of hope, because I mean, this could have gone, I guess, very wrong. I could have been very unhappy with being here, but fortunately I'm not. And this experience also really gave me an idea that it's good to hope. It's good to sometimes take a leap of faith and to do things which seem crazy, and it can work out. So I guess that's another hope that I have for the future, that I'll be able to take chances sometimes, even though it seems almost panicking. Okay, so that was it from Paris. Bye.